if crypto becomes a thing, let's say every pensioner must be paid to their INARA account, do you think even the person in the village will not be carried by hand to go
Yeah,
and
that's
do
word.
this
That's
thing?
word.
Yeah, right. So, but then it's not scam, it's
Okay.
not Yahoo,
Okay.
it's an art.
Are you new into the Web3 space? Have you started earning from the Web3 space? If you are yet to start earning, do well to check our previous episode where we spoke about a lot of things, how cryptocurrency can help you in this Nigeria, my country. Also, this week we also have our guest CWE. If you checked our previous episode, you will see him, the man with the money, crypto wealth embassy, emphasis on wealth. And let's not forget our headline sponsor, the Void Academy. If you're wondering what the Void Academy is all about, is a platform where job seekers, job hunters in the Web 2 or Web 3 space can go there and then they put you through on how to get jobs. So you can start earning in dollars. My idolo will say ego. Have you idolo? Is it not
Yeah,
so? So it's good to have you back
it's good
here.
to be here.
And I'm very happy because you're a builder, and I'm sure
Hmm.
we have a lot of builders that are watching this. So how was it for you building DTG, and what are the challenges that you faced?
Okay, so building DTG, DeFi Tiger
Yes.
token, it was a very, very interesting one,
Okay.
very challenging too. Uh, I First of all, I'd like to say that before anybody even starts to think about building, you should rest well, because it is a journey.
Okay.
When you build something, you should be ready to stand by it, even when it goes down, when it goes up, or even when there's not as much, people accepting what you've built. You understand? Because
Yes.
when you build something, you want people to actually, accept it, to utilize it, or to even buy into it if it's a token or whatever. But you see, the easiest part is building.
Okay.
The
The
hardest
more
part
work
is
is
to
in
keep up,
getting people and
yes, with what you've
okay.
built.
So what are like the few challenges you've had? Like have you ever been dragged on
The
Twitter
number
for
one
something
challenge building in Nigeria is the fact that you're building in
in
Nigeria
Nigeria
or
and you're in
from Nigeria.
Nigerian?
Yes. So
Yes.
that's the number one, the most difficult to me.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we've been profiled heavily. So it's
Okay.
either you're trying to scam, or you're
Okay.
trying to rob, or you're trying to take people's money. Even your fellow Nigerian man no trust you. You
Jeez,
understand?
that's a lot.
So even when you're trying to build something very, good, something, even if it's a tool to solve one of the issues that already exist in the industry, it is very
Very
hard for you to
hard.
get adoption from
Okay.
even your own demographic, not to talk about, the other
Hmm.
demographic.
Quite interesting because so I'm concerned. During the process of building, have you ever been called names on Twitter? Maybe somebody say, "Oh, you're a scammer," or someone profile you to be who you're not. And how do you like overcome it? Because one thing I know is when once one person profile you as something, everybody sees and like, like say this guy na scam. Or what
Hmm.
is even DeFi Tiger token and also how did you like get to
So, if in fact, if you have not been dragged yet as an influencer or
okay,
as a builder in
you've not
this industry,
started.
you have not actually started.
Please, if they're not drag you, look for a way to be dragged.
You must be dragged. It
Okay.
is normal, because especially when people have to put their money into
Money
something
into
that you have built,
something.
right?
Yeah.
And they are putting it because they expect yield. And when it does not happen, they need to stimulate you sometimes by dragging you. Sometimes the drags is not just to drag you for you to feel bad. It might be to drag you to know whether you're even serious about the
Competent
project, if
enough.
you're
Okay.
competent enough, or if you're just there. But how I overcome it most of the time is dragging is a part of, this whole
This
thing.
space.
So you
Yeah.
just keep quiet. The moment you answer any drag, the
Yeah.
moment you respond, if it's a tweet, the moment you comment, you form the thread. Like minds will come and start,
Saying
forming
things
a
on
thread,
the
and you have to keep responding,
bonding.
and it keeps raising dust, things that are unnecessary.
Okay.
So I think sometime last year, February, I was dragged, for reasons best known
No
to
to
them.
them.
But that was the same day I even listed DeFi Tiger token on
Wow.
Super EX Exchange.
Wow.
So while you were dragging, I was advancing. So that was I
So it's like
made
a
sure,
hype for
yeah.
you.
So a lot of people were like tagging me to the tweets and come and
Debunk or
defend
say
yourself. They are
something.
saying, they are calling. Why some people were like, don't say anything. We know say do
No,
anything. You're
ain't do
not like
anything.
this. You're not like that.
Yes.
But then you don't have to remind me. Let them do their thing. I'm doing my thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it just died a natural death, right?
Wow.
So if you have a problem, with me, I believe that you should reach out to me in inbox. If you have
Yes.
concerns,
Yes.
you should reach out. Let's discuss rather than throwing it on the TL and
Yes.
expecting me to
To respond.
respond. Yeah.
Okay, so I was going to ask, what's like the funniest thing you've read about yourself on X as an influencer? What's the funniest that you read and you're like,
The funniest thing I've read has to be one guy that he's always on all my tweets
okay,
that says my I use DeFi Tiger money. I use people's investments to live a better life.
can you
You
imagine?
understand? And it's not the case because DeFi
Okay,
Tiger is barely a year plus, and I've been in the space for a while. And
okay,
there was 2021 bull market. That's where Crypto Wealth Embassy came
came
from.
from
So the money I've made is not from DeFi
DeFi
Tiger.
Tiger. So some people still feel like you don't deserve the recognition
Mhm.
and also the money that you get.
So yeah, deserving this recognition is well deserved because I put in the work.
Yeah,
And so like I always said, the brand didn't fall from up. It was developed into whatever it
it
is
is
today,
right
and it's
now.
still developing, right?
Okay. So I noticed one time on X you did I've forgotten what it was that you appreciated.
And
So
the
now
award.
I want to ask you a question because I saw that pool. There were lots of,
Mhm.
rigging, a
Yeah,
lot of people, and I'm sure there was a particular category that there was no. I think it was from the female
yeah,
section. I can't really remember. It was an influencer or something.
yeah. Female
So
influencer of the
how
year.
did you feel? Because I know that would be like tension for you because
Yeah,
after putting that up and then you're getting a lot of people read because somebody can have like two votes in the next 15 minutes. Person is having
yeah.
over 200. So how was it for you? How did you feel?
So first of all, the whole special recognition awards for DTG, it was not planned per se.
Okay.
It just came up, and we said let's try it out because we don't have such on CTNG that's
Yes.
kind of official. So it
Yes.
was like a pivotal moment for DTG. Let's introduce something new. After everybody has grinded, everybody has
Yeah. They
let's know
deserve
who
to
is
be
who. And it's
appreciated.
also like a good uh indicator for people who are coming in.
Coming in.
The accounts to follow. The
Yeah.
people to reach out to if you need some of these niches or whatever the case may be. So we thought that let's do this kind of thing. And unfortunately there has to be
Some
some
kind of
kind of
ways. Because we are
so.
Nigerians.
And we have a lot of fans. People have
Yeah.
fans, so they try to make sure that their candidate is
Winning.
pushing. So sometimes it's not the
The person in
candidates that are
particular.
rigging these things or trying to influence the voting. It's the fans, who want their people to
Candidate to
get there.
win.
So we understood all those things, right? And we tried to reach out, especially the influencer of the year
Yeah.
female category. Try to
Okay.
reach out to them, at least for them to
On this.
rerun.
Okay.
After canceling the
Election.
election. And what I tried to do differently was to make sure that none of the people collating the results
We're
or
Web3
monitoring were
people.
people who are familiar,
Okay.
right? So when it
Okay.
was asked to cancel, I tried to reach out to them for a rerun, but a lot of them were like,
They're not
they are not
interested.
interested. It's a For some people it's a small thing, right? But
Okay.
for DTG it's a big thing.
I feel like that was like the major thing that you
Yeah,
did.
going forward they are going to understand why it is a big
Yeah.
thing, because we have to put the whole industry to people's faces and make it a
Yeah.
serious one, so
Yes.
that
That
when
they
you
do in
are
the Web2
yes,
space.
yes, so
Yes.
that when you are doing something you put in a lot of seriousness in
Yes.
it.
Yes. Okay, so during that period, was it like a tension for you? People got to you and were like, oh, this is what is happening. I don't like it. Because I'm sure people would have
Yeah,
reached out to you.
a lot of people did.
Okay, so how was it for you? Did you feel at some point, did you feel, Omo, when I for no even do this thing? So,
No,
like, was there
no,
a point you felt, okay, you
no.
can handle stress?
Yeah,
Oh,
very well.
that's good.
So when I saw those things, it was expected, right? People have
Okay.
to be angry. People
Yeah.
have to tell you that you are familiarizing with other people. People
Okay.
have to say that you are being partial, right? It's expected. You can't please everyone. So
So was there a comment like you're just using this to push DTG?
obviously you're using it to push the TG too.
Okay, because I kind of like your business mind,
Mhm.
because I'm one of the persons that believe that you can't give something without wanting something back. So that's giving out that is also an avenue for people to know, okay, DTG is out here.
Mhm.
So okay, now, so for viewers viewing, how can somebody earn from DTG? Like, what are the ways? What do they need to do? How do they need to go about it? Because I'm sure there are lots of people that want to, partake.
Yeah. So, aside being just a token that when you invest in, when the market appreciates, you make your profits. You
Okay.
understand? Aside that, DTG, we have a reward pool,
Okay.
mean like what I call like what they call staking in, the crypto industry.
Okay.
So, if you're not interested in withdrawing, you're not interested in cashing out, you keep earning more DTG
More.
as more
Okay.
transactions happen.
Okay.
So there's a 3% reward pool. So whatever buy and sell transaction happens, 3% fee is shared amongst all the holders.
Okay.
So for instance, you have like 1,000 tokens,
Okay.
and you bought it last year, it won't
Okay.
remain 1,000.
Okay.
By now, it should have been like
Appreciated.
1,100
Okay.
tokens,
Wow, that's
just
nice.
because you are holding on to
To
it for
it.
long term,
Okay.
right? And there are also some other rewards where some top holders get merchandise. Some top, when we do all these community rewards, because we reach strategic partnerships with other projects. So
Okay.
many of these projects give us their tokens to share to our communities,
Okay.
and the people we like to share it to is the committed holders, the big
Holders. Yeah.
holders. So we have something called a supporters pass or a
Okay.
supporters card, right?
Okay.
So if you have minted that card as an NFT, you are more, qualified for,
Eligible.
eligible for these
Okay.
type of
So
rewards.
like somebody like a newbie coming into this space, how low? Like, what's the lowest amount that somebody can use to invest?
Mhm.
Because I'm sure some people might not have up to like maybe 50,000, 10,000. But what's the lowest that you feel like, okay, if you put into this, you
Mhm.
can actually heal something for yourself? Do you get?
Yeah.
So what's the
So
amount?
me, I'm always someone that believes in capital makes it solid, right? So
Yeah.
when you have good capital, it's easier to get good ROI, good turnovers, whatever the
Yes.
case may be. But because of the economy we
Economy.
find ourselves in,
Yes.
I can't even say any amount is cheap again, because
Yes.
before
Everything.
we used to say $10, even if it's $10, just put it. But
Yes.
right now, $10 is about 16,000, and it's more difficult to even go and convert that kind of
Yeah.
money.
True.
So whatever you feel comfortable with, right?
Whatever you
Whatever you
can
can
lose,
afford
you
to
to
lose to the
lose.
market in case it goes south,
Okay.
then that can be your starting point, right? But you
Okay.
need to understand properly where you're investing, understand the project you're investing in. If it's DeFi Tiger, understand what DeFi Tiger is all about, the plans they have going forward, and all of those things.
So is DeFi Tiger going to be like a long term project?
It's already a long-term project
You just said
because,
it's 1 year.
yeah, it's 1 year
Okay.
is a lot of, is a long
I know
time
it's a lot of
in
work.
the market, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
we have projects come in and out,
Out. Yeah.
and surviving, in the bear market, because it was launched July 4th, 2022.
Okay.
By 4th of this year, 4th July this year is going to be 2 years, right?
Okay.
So that's a lot of, it's a long time in the market already. So it's going to go far, because we are going to launch our NFTs
Okay.
by the end of Q1 also.
Okay.
So that's also another part of, the whole project.
Okay.
And then because it's also a humanitarian, token, there are a lot of things that we are going to be doing going forward. So it's a
Okay.
long term thing.
Come on. I hope your eyes does not close before you finish this, my boss, because I feel like, because a lot of people look at you and like, oh, this influencer is make, but they don't know that you put in a lot of work
Hmm.
to get. Okay, like now being are you really happy being an influencer in the crypto space?
Like I used to tell one of my colleagues, Nobu Coins, because he says he's
Okay.
not an influencer, but
Influencer.
I used to say that you can be an influencer unaware.
Okay.
You get, because once you are growing in the space and people
Are
start following
following
you
you.
and you begin to influence someone without even knowing, you're already an influencer.
Influencer.
When you make a tweet and because of your tweet someone buys into something or someone sells something, you have influenced, right? If you post a wristwatch and because of you someone buys it, you're influential.
Yes,
So
yes.
it's, for me, I always feel that you have to be influential also to actually sell very well. You get me? Because it will help you,
I hope you,
right?
yes.
So
True.
it's harder for someone who is not, doesn't have any level of influence in the industry
To
to
thrive.
create something, to build a product. You sometimes spend so much trying to get so many people,
Okay.
right? But when you're influential, what happens is you've already made friends, you've already done the grassroots, friendship. Everybody will support you. That's what you get now, supporters,
Okay.
right? So when you roll out something, people will, especially when you have a good profile.
Okay. So thank you so much. It was really good, getting to hear about the Fire Tiger, getting to know everything. So before we leave, I really want to ask this question. This is out of the box. Why do you think we are into cryptocurrency? Do you feel it's because we are being innovative, we like technology, or it's because of SAPA? SAPA as in no money. That's why, because some people go in because, oh, they love innovation. I love when it's innovating. But for Nigerians, is it really innovation that's making us? Is it our love for, okay, is innovating, or is just SAPA that is pushing us into crypto?
Okay, let me ask you something also.
Ha!
uh Immediately your bank started to roll out mobile apps, did you use it immediately? Did you even trust it? Did you like it? You
No.
definitely no.
Yes.
But you started to see the need for it,
Mm-hmm.
became easier, it began to solve so many problems. And for some people, for years they've never entered the banking hall. So crypto now, it's the way of life.
So
you
if we're
it's
not into
it's
crypto, we're dead.
it's the future, right?
Okay.
The technology has come,
To stay.
the concept is here.
Okay.
And I mean, if not because of these concepts, we wouldn't be having CBDCs, right? We wouldn't be having nations start talking about, these things. I mean, even up to like Bitcoin, nations are now adopting it as legal tender.
Tendency, yes.
So it's the way, right?
Okay. Okay, do you recommend that young individuals consider entering into the crypto space? Like, is it just like, do you recommend that young individuals, students, primary school, secondary school, do you advise that they go into cryptocurrency,
Yeah,
they
I
learn?
advise that they diversify themselves into cryptocurrencies, right?
Okay.
So what I mean is, if you have some time on your hands as a student, you can diversify some of that time into learning, the cryptocurrencies,
Currency.
learning how to trade,
Okay.
right? Because why I say you learn how to trade is because sometimes in trading you don't need capital. You need to just set up a demo account and start learning.
Learning.
They give
Okay.
you audio money for you
Okay,
to
yeah,
start
there you go.
trading,
So,
and you
my
learn.
idol, please wait. Does it mean that some people used to screenshot demo accounts for us?
Yeah, it's possible.
Keep our mind.
So
Keep
what
our
what
mind.
you can do is, use all these things to develop your skill, and then you now introduce your hard-earned money when you feel you are
Capable enough.
capable of doing this trading on your own.
Okay.
Then investing in, lower cap coins, so that in case
Okay.
they do very well, you can then also airdrop. If you're a
Okay.
student, if you are coming into this space, it's also good to go the airdrop route,
Airdrop.
because indirectly,
Especially the $0
yes, it's
airdrop.
$0, because indirectly they teach you interactions. So you
Okay.
learn how to interact
Protocols.
with these protocols, these exchange. Without, by default, you must go and
Okay.
interact, and you learn by doing so. And then with the possibility of earning at the end
Earning.
of the day.
So, guys, I'm sure you guys really enjoyed this episode. I'm sure you've heard a lot about building, how you can make money. Like, cryptocurrency is so versatile. If you're into graphics design, you can earn.
Mm-hmm.
You're writing, even in the web 2 space, you can bring that technology into the
Yeah,
crypto. Like for me now, I host.
yeah,
So for me, it's like easy for me. I just go into the crypto space and I host and I earn. So there is no like, oh, I don't have this so much, because some people, if they are not developers, they feel like,
yeah,
oh, if I'm not a developer, I cannot earn from the crypto
yeah,
space. But crypto is open for all. Is the industry is so big that you can pick any niche, and ground yourself and do so well. So it was really nice having you on the
It was nice
show.
being here too.
Thank you so much. I don't know if you have something to say about the show. Did you enjoy your time
Yeah,
here?
yeah, I've enjoyed my time here.
Okay, so good having
And
you.
yeah, thank you very
So
much.
please, guys, don't forget to follow Crypto Wealth Embassy on X. Don't forget to also check out DeFi Tiger token in case you're interested. You've heard you can. No money is too small. Do you understand? They say little drops of water makes a mighty ocean.
I
You
mean,
don't know.
let me tell you some how interesting it is. When
Okay,
we launched DeFi Tiger, right,
okay,
as a 2022,
okay,
some people who just threw in, $5, who
okay.
felt that nothing was ever going to
To
happen,
come
10,
out.
20, and all that. As at last year, the peak of our market went from $7,000 to about $3.5 million in market cap.
Market cap.
So that translated to like 550x. So that's about
Guys, are
yeah.
you snoozing?
So
Hey, God.
people who had as little as $20, $10 times 550 times, it was a
It's
lot
a
of money
lot.
for them, right?
Yes, it's a
And not
lot.
just DTG, likes of WikiCats and some of the other indigenous projects too that are there.
Okay.
So there are opportunities in this space. It's just to identify them.
So, guys, if you want to know these opportunities that are good, ensure you're following Crypto Wealth Embassy on X. Check him out. Like, he's going to be dropping a lot of alphas. This is
Mhm.
not a time to snooze. In a country that the government does not even care about your well being, you should ensure that you are positioning your help is not going to come from above. Oh. That's why Crypto Wealth Embassy is here for you. So, guys, check him out on X. And also, don't forget, if you're yet to subscribe, can you come close and talk to me? Why are you yet to subscribe to our channel? Please make sure you're subscribed to AMWB because we're going to be dropping lot of career talks, relationship talk, anything you want to hear is here. And don't forget our headline sponsor, the Void Academy. Follow them they're on Telegram. Their link is in our description box. Make sure you follow all these places. Position yourself. This is the bull market season. Everybody for crypto, everywhere they everybody they everybody they where it dey. So don't forget, don't miss out. We're going to come back next week. Don't forget, still your host, Daniel Bright Summer. Bye for now.